Hello, everybody. This is the Validator DAO. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you know when we release more videos in the future. We have Andre here of Crypt0Tech. Happy to give him an interview to let everybody get to know him better on the Elective Validator series. And first off, we'll ask, when did you decide to become a validator for Harmony and why?
Yeah. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello, peace and love. Hello, Hound. Uh, just to know that I became a new the Harmony one around 2018. I don't know if you guys know about the Sesame Seed project. That it's just like a project that you stake it through there like the OnSwap was doing, OpenSwap. But instead of receiving only ones, you will receive all kinds of tokens, and then these tokens you should mint uh, TRX. Uh, I don't know which ones tokens were there as well, but was a nice project. But then I used it to stake there. I knew one because of them, and in early no mid 2020 or 2021 mid 2021, yeah, on June they just was going to close the project, and then I was with a bunch of on tokens among other tokens as well, and was stuck with that. And didn't he really paid attention to what we each of those tokens were, the network, anything. So I started digging about. I had some ONT, some ONG, some TRX and tokens. And then I started reading about one, that network, and I really felt amazed about all what one Harmony One was, trying to bring to the blockchain and to the people and the world existing. And then I started reading the documents, everything, and it's taken some at first. In end of June 2021, I started thinking about being a validator, became aware of that, had read the documents, and decided to give it a try because I had I made an account on the forums, official forum, talk Harmony uh, forum, and saw that the community there was very active and help each other. So that's why I just decided to give a try and was embraced by this community, and I'm very thankful for that. The by far the Harmony One community is the best one that I just saw in the all blockchain world, if you can say that.
Thank you. That's regarding how do you decide to become a validator. And what about you? Do you want to make a little introduction? I mean, about yourself, with your background, something like that?
Yeah, okay, no problem. I'm just working the Brazilian Navy, you know. I'm an officer there. I started working with the communications officer. I had some IT background, so it's kind of easier to me to work with Linux and this kind of programming stuff. And since 2014, I believe I became aware of blockchain, BTC, and this coins, but didn't pay attention at the moment there. No, just I bought some and lay there. I believe that I have 4 BTCs at the time. I just sold them for $100, I believe. All 4 BTCs in 2016, if I remember. Just to buy a game, you know. And then it's history.
Wow, you will be rich by now.
4 BTCs I had, yeah. And then is that I work at Brazilian Navy, you know. I work on board ships. I travel for around sometimes a month or more, and I stay and live at home around 20 days each time. And I think that running the validators, trying to had set up a my own here and one cloud. I think pretty much that. I don't know if you can add more to my background. I don't know if it's
Wow,
enough.
awesome. No, that's enough. Thank you. And was it difficult for you to find the requirements to operate a node?
Sorry, can you say again? It's kind of
Yeah. Was it difficult for you to find the requirements needed to operate your own node?
At first, I can say it was kind of difficult because I had some knowledge because I had set up some master nodes and some servers from other networks like Dash and Arion, but I had quite some knowledge on the validator scheme, not validator, but on master node scheme, which is almost like the same, but was kind of difficult because the documents were kind of outdated. You know, the requirements that was writing there was not the actual that was being required for being the validator. So if I remember, I tried to set up the validator, and the documents was saying that was needed around 100 gigabytes of space, but the shard zero database was around 400 already. So, you know, the conflict of informations were difficult, the most difficult part for me. But luckily, I had joined the Validators Initiative Telegram, but at the time was not that name, was something else. I can't remember what name was at first. But then the guys there just was awesome. Hank helped me a lot. The little man helped me a lot as well. I think good Gold Koi, that's a validator, also helped me a lot. Those 3 guys were awesome to me. They helped me a lot at first.
All right. So you said you had Linux experience already? You had experience setting up nodes before you started with Harmony, so that must have made things a little easier for you, right? Or is there's a node setup for Harmony a lot different than what you're used to?
Yeah, not really, not really. The skins are set much the same. The only difference is that no, Harmony has the clay that's just inherent to Harmony, and the other nodes have other stuff to set. Some other coins like Dash you can set up like in the Windows Git. You know, you don't need to go through the Linux stuff to set up. You can just use your Windows. It's kind of easier, you know, but in the background, it's all pretty much the same. It's not that difficult. So if someone wants to set up a node, no, even now with that is node script that he just built, it's awesome. It's just perfect for you know, no one that has no knowledge. The basic is needed to set up a node on Harmony right now, which is great because, you know, not everybody is on TI or have some pretty deep knowledge, but In Harmony, it's amazing. I can say many times that this blockchain is made for everyone.
Yeah. You start on testnet?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what was your experience in testnet?
None. I didn't have started that net. It went straight to mainnet. No, I didn't set up any validating scheme. I just went straight to the mainnet. Had I just said that had some difficult because of the documents not being updated, but besides that, it was all fine. I went straight to hire my first node was on the cloud, so I hinted and just went straight away to set up on the mainnet, which is pretty far. Just got around 4 months, I believe, to be elected for the first time. Because the guys from Hammer Force and Orion helped a bunch, you know, was critical for my first election, and around maybe a month I had reached the stability, was stable with the 4 million stake, I believe. But I didn't have set on testnet, went straight to mainnet.
Okay, thank you. You did the 0% commission for the first 100 epochs, didn't you? Did you have 0% commission for the first 100 epochs?
Yeah. For the first 100 epochs, we had set the 0% commission, which we can say that it's kind of hard right now because the cost is rising a lot to do with the DV space, But I had set for 0%, as pretty much common at the time. I don't know if today is going to be feasible to do that for new validators, which is a question that we must try to balance. Unless the shard zero got shrunk, like the prune is being done, but uh, to answer your question, yes, it was 0%.
Thank you.
Here I was on mute. Sorry. How did you get delegates while not elected?
Well, at first, I tried to chill in a lot, as you guys say. I tried to promote on Twitter, Facebook. I believe was the first I have joined the Facebook group that Peace and Love runs there on Facebook. I just try to promote there as well. Well, on Reddit, I made account there, and on Discord, try to promote everywhere. But the curious thing that my first delegate was a friend that didn't knew that the Harmony one, just brought some friends, and they are liking the Harmony nicely for all that it had to offer. But it was very hard to get some delegates, principally because here in my country, Brazil, the Harmony is not very spread. There's no much adoption for Harmony here yet. So I had to shine a lot in the world community, the global community in English, and it was hard to find some Brazilians countrymen that would support. After I got elected, do it Hamofos program that they just select and pod, how they call, and they just delegates to that guy, to that pod, until it's stable. Then what's easy, but the first few delegates was very hard to find. I believe it's a very difficult and sometimes unfair competition, but it's all what we have.
Thank you. To get the 10,001 self stake, was it pretty expensive for you to get, or did you buy in early enough so it wasn't so bad?
Not really, because I had bought around 2018 when I told you that was about the Sesame Seed project. And at that time was, if I knew that Harmony at that time, for sure that I would have bought, I don't know, millions. But at that time, the one was about 0.008, I believe. Was pretty much low at that time. And so I bought, I know, I can really remember for how, what was my, what was my thinking at the moment just to buy, but I believe I had bought $100 or so, and it was like 25,000 once, something like that, if I record.
Thank you. Have you been sorry, have you been a validator for a different blockchain?
Yeah, I have. They don't call it validating on other blockchains. You call, they call themselves as master nodes on the Dash blockchain. It's pretty much the same thing. So the difference is that they don't have election. You know, the setup that they have put there, you have a minimum stake, and once you have that minimum stake, you take part on the consensus, you know, on Dash. So every transaction goes through that your node there as well. So it's kind of equally divided by all nodes that have that minimum stake at this. In Iron stuff as well, it's the same, pretty much the same. So the first, that's why at first I thought that would be easier to be a validator on the Harmony, because I didn't have experience. But then we got this election scheme that is awesome as well. The difference is on the Dash blockchain for the Harmony is that when your node goes down, you won't penalize the network because of the amount of nodes that it has. You know, Dash has, I believe, right now has around 2,000 nodes running. So one node going down or not is not, do not penalize it too much. So they don't aren't really worried about security.
Right. I know you touched on this a little bit in the introduction, but is there anything else you want to add to why you decided to become a validator for Harmony specifically?
Yeah, when I saw the documents, you know, and I had a more knowledge about the community, I think it would be nice to help, you know, in being, because being validated, it is about helping to secure the network, you know. Was more about to help secure the network than to make some profit on that. I really uh, trust, you know, I really have high hopes for Harmony. And I don't say that just from the mouth out, but I really believe in the project. And I really liked how the community embraced everyone, you know. So it was more about to help the network to be more secure than to make some profit. The fact is that when I started, no, I was just got my all my stake and had put on the validator just to have no, if I have some could pay the rent for that from the my own earnings, fine. If not, I will pay it from my pocket, no problem. I just want to harmony to succeed. That's it.
Great answer. Thank you.
Um,
Sure.
what did you sorry, uh, exactly why did you decide to become a validator for Harmony?
Sorry, can you say again? It just came.
Next question, Hound.
Sorry. How long did it take you to become elected the first time?
Took around 4 months, I believe, to become elected for the first time. I had set up on mid-July and just became elected by November, if I recall, for the first time. I think it was around 4 months.
How did you felt when unelected?
When?
How did you how did you felt while being unelected?
How I felt. Oh, yeah, it was amazing for the first time. Seeing that you are signing, the blocks. I've been signed by a validator. Seeing that your node is able to catch up with the blockchain. It's amazing. It's more amazing than the rewards itself. Because you see that something that you just made, you worked for, it's working. And besides, it's not just only working, it's helping the secure the network. It's I can say it's a feeling undescribable. We can say and spoken about that, but it's amazing. It's amazing, really. I think everyone should run a validator and have this experience, secure the network, having it, more secure and stable, because all about that. And the feelings undescribable. It's amazing, really.
It sure is an amazing feeling, that first election. I remember like it was yesterday. I know before that, it was like you had I mean, I had the feelings like it was like impossible to get elected. Did you have those feelings too? Like, did you ever think you were never gonna get elected?
I think not, because I'm very positive, I saw that guys that came before, they had some time working for it for them to being elected. And so I have the same feeling, the same thinking about that. I say, if they that came before me took some time to being elected as well, my time will come eventually, and I think all the others might have the same thinking. I know it's sometimes very hard to pay by your pocket and just keeping that running and running and running and endless, and having no idea when it's going to happen. But one way or another, it might happen. Like you guys are doing with the bootstrap program. It's amazing thing. It's going to almost an opportunity for everyone that want to start and test it. So I really didn't think had thought that I wouldn't be elected any time, but luckily it happened in 4 months, which some can say it's a much time, but for me it was fine. I didn't have any negative thoughts about that.
And regarding our community, did you find them helpful whenever you had any question?
For sure. In all channels that you ask something, maybe only in the Discord, uh, you can take some time to have some answer. But in all the other channels, Telegram, the forums, Twitter, Facebook, any other channels, Reddit, it's just a matter of seconds. If set some question in the Reddit, we are going to have some answer promptly, as well as the community as well. Just it's a good thing that you guys ask that, because it's important to take care with the, especially on Telegram, with the skins, a lot of skins there. If you just ask one question, you just pop up a lot of DMs, saying that they are the support team, and or impersonificating Dragon Harmony and those guys. But be careful. Just check the username of the guy, if it's the real one, and then you can say it's most likely to be a scam, because all of them must never them first. So in Discord as well, if not, it's not on the proper channel being the answer, just avoid that. It's going to be a scam. But the community is awesome. Maybe only in Discord that will take some time to get your doubts answered, but on all the rest, just questions, minutes, maybe seconds.
It sure is a great community. But, how much time do you typically spend in a day on validator related work, whether it be checking your node or helping out delegates and anything like that?
Well, I can say with the validator stuff, I can say I can spend around 1 hour, 2 hours a day, just checking the servers and doing some posts on Telegram, Twitter. But normally, all the day I'm on the mobile phone checking on the channels, groups. I'm most active on Telegram, so I can say that all day I'm available for answer questions, trying to help someone, or just chatting with fellow validators. But doing specifically, just reserve some time for that, around 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours, just focusing on that, really.
It was on mute, sorry. Is your family supportive and understand what you do regarding, being a validator and stuff?
Yeah, my wife really don't know much about that, because she it's not what she into, blockchain, it's kind of stuff. I try to explain to her, but he doesn't understand very well. But yeah, she supports me very well. My son, that is kind of smart, and he just keep asking what you're doing. So I try to explain to him, and he's starting to get into it. But all of them supporting me, of course. Besides that, my wife don't know much about that, and I don't think she will ever. But slowly, I'm going to introduce her to Harmony as well. But they support me, of course.
I know the feeling. My wife also supports me, but she told me until I see money, real money, uh, I will start believing in crypto. So yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
this is the feeling. Yeah, something like that.
yeah, yeah. But the support is really important, and it's great that you have it.
True enough.
Mm. So, what was your server setup like when you first started, and how has it changed since then, if it has?
Sorry, can you say again, please?
How was your server setup when you first started, and how has it changed since then, if it has changed any, or is it still the same setup, pretty much just adding more storage?
Yeah. I just no, I started with the setup. The first one that I had hired was 800 uh, gigabytes, I believe, on NVMe storage at Contable. And then I just had increased it to 1.6 terabytes there when the pruning was out. So I'm still using the pruning and keeping around 1.2 terabytes. It's stable, but I just what I did, I run the pruning for some time, then stop for let it to catch on shard zero, because if I let the pruning running, slowly the shard zero falls behind. So that's what I'm doing, and it keeps the shard zero, the shard zero size kind of stable around 1.2, 1.3 terabytes still, né? But I'm searching for some alternatives because I don't know how long it will take to having the pruned shard 0 dB. So maybe in a few months, this 1.6 terabytes won't be enough. So I'm looking for alternatives as well. And I also have built a server at home. It has around 4 terabytes, but the connection is not, how can I say, company, no connection. The internet connection is not made for companies residential. So sometimes it's not very reliable. Sometimes it falls down. Sometimes the connection is cut. So I just use it as a backup, not main. But pretty much my home server is capable of running this shard zero for some time. But since it's not, I say, as you say, the connection is not made for companies, that is 100% reliable. So I just use it as a backup.
Thank you for your answer. How many social in how many social media sites are you, and which one is the most effective for you?
Well, I'm pretty much the most known. If no, I know at least on Facebook, on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, on Reddit as well. And I think the most efficient is the Telegram and Reddit. Even that I'm not very active on Reddit as well, but I think the most effective of both. Facebook is kind of hard to find because sometimes Telegram or Telegram, no, Facebook, it just limit your range, your post or something. That's something that I don't understand very well why they limit that, but sometimes it happens. And the Telegram is everyone use Telegram nowadays, so it is most common there than WhatsApp, if you can see. So the users on Telegram are growing. Just need to be careful with the scans.
All right. Do you have your own website?
Yeah, I have made one, but it's not that fancy website, just try to make stuff all by myself. I have made one album myself as well, and The handle is Crypt0Tech.monster. Yes, we are monsters. So I just choose this random because thought it would be nice, to have something different, not to put Cryptotech.tech, so Cryptotech.com. So I had to put monster. Would be interesting. So I just had built by myself. There is no anything professional or fancy. I don't know if you guys have just went there. I try to update it at least once a month, but no. Sometimes I'm traveling and can really update there, and was kind of I run it like something familiar, no? What we are doing, big community, uh, which everyone running it together. It's all about community. So that's why I try to run this validator thing, not thinking it's about a company or something like that. So it's not anything professional, you know.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Have you wrote any wallet bytes?
Grow any? Sorry.
Have you wrote any guides for your delegators of how to,
Yeah,
you
I have.
know,
Yeah, I have made some YouTube videos for staking on uh, using the Guarda wallet and Blitz wallet, and they deprecated now the Google Chrome extension. I had made some videos on Portuguese because I really found that at least for my community, is the Brazilian community and the Portuguese as a whole, because we have Portuguese from Brazil and Portuguese from Portugal, you know, and it's missing some content, guides, tutorials, and translated contents from Harmony. So I did some guides to help the people to set up, and was planning to having some more guides or tutorials, not only about staking, but explain about the network, what's its features, what the Harmony was about, and maybe releasing some news regularly with the launches of the projects as well. It's just to keep the community updated, because the Harmony, it's kind of hard to find content in our language. I think Hans was down.
Is there anything you do that feel makes you different from other validators, that you can think of?
Well, I think we are all pretty much doing the same, trying to help to secure the network. The main goal is that if it could pay the expenses, the better. But we all are going to be benefits when Harmony price goes high. Then we are with relative low stake, we are going to earn more. So even with the self stake, maybe you are going to could pay the server rent, or going to afford upgrade on your home server. So we are going to be benefit from that. So I think that we all validators are big or small, or beginning now, or just on the market for some time, we are pretty much doing the same. We are a big community.
Sure. Where do you think's the best place to get news on what's happening with Harmony, if you think one place is better than the other?
Well, this is a tough question, because that's what's kind of one thing that I think we are lacking. But on Twitter, you can find some posts from Kratos. He keeps us updated about that. And here and there, the Harmony Protocol launches some tweets there as well. So I think the best place to find news by from Harmony is still on Twitter. Of course, that the guys on Telegram relay and on Reddit as well, but it's not something consistent. So on Telegram you get relayed eventually, but on Twitter I think it's more easy to find it.
Hound will be right back with us. He said he had to take a call, but what do you think is, if you could pinpoint like the most difficult part about being a validator so far, what would you say it would be?
Yeah, definitely it's getting enough delegates to be elected, because if you are beginning each time that you start, let's say like that, the first ones, the delegates didn't have any broad choice, so everyone got into them. And then this, let's call the second generation arrived, so the delegates had those guys to delegate into. So okay, was some of the guys that arrived, and then the stake was not very equally distributed. So okay, let's embrace them, and they delegate to that. But the third generation arrived and was many guys, and the fourth generation arrived and another guys that is out of that. So the guys that delegate to the first ones, they won't remove the stake. Why they're going to remove? It's working for them. Many of those guys are not, the knowledge that they have from the network is not, I can't say high enough, but maybe they're not just interested in seeing what network is needing about questions of stake. So the stake was not very well spread among all the delegators or validators, sorry. That we have around 260 available validators to be elected, but only 160 is actually elected. So what I can pinpoint is that to get delegators to be elected is going to be my answer for that question. Sorry to go stick around, but something must be said,
Yeah, I know. It's hard, but it's true after all. On the other side, if I understand pretty well right now, what has been the most rewarding part about being a validator?
Well, definitely it's true. You being feeling like being part of that group that is helping the network, and also handling the rewards to delegators. You are doing something. You earn the trust of them, that they put their money on you, and you are giving that back. I think this is the most rewarding part to being a validator, to handle back the trust that you earned. I think so that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Well, go on, Rolf. Next question.
If you could have avoided one mistake that you made, if you made any mistakes, what would that be that you wish you could have avoided?
on being a validator scheme, it's this kind of stuff, a mistake.
Yeah, just in general, like whether it be just anything that you wish you could have avoided.
Yeah, I think the talks maybe that we just had on Telegram channels with each other, maybe some words that may have used to sound kind of harsh in the forums as well, because it's just in the heat that you just heat of emotions that you speak plainly what you have in mind, because we all believe in that harmony. I tend to think like that. We all believe in harmony in the ecosystem. We all want it to be succeeded, but sometimes the actions of one or other guys does appear that they are thinking about the community. So it makes me really sad, not because I'm a small validator right now, but must because that yeah, okay, just because that the actions are not showing like they are committed. So how you can say that we wanted to succeed, but we know that the actions that you just had taken right now is not going to make it succeeded by long term. It's not sustainable. So something must be done. So maybe the mistake that was done was the approach sometimes that I made with some trying to speak plainly, the approach that was not right. Maybe I should have just had spoken in a calm manner using best words, but it's all in the best interest. I didn't try to harm anyone. Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I know the feeling. I mean, sometimes how do we say things is more important than the things. No, you know. Um, thank you.
that's it.
Thank you for. Thank you. Next question. You told us you're on cloud, right? Your server is on cloud, right?
Yeah, I think yeah, my service on cloud, one of them. But how old it's 6, 8 months now. 8 months now. It's old. 8 months old. I can hear you. I think you are mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. I was on mute. Sorry, my fault. Have you got overages in regarding that? I mean, have you paid more than your usual bill at in any moment?
Yeah, yeah. Because actually, I'm paying more than I needed to, because I at first I entered the server for around 1 year. So I just had paid it in. I don't know why that server was not capable of catching up with the shard. Not even the how can I say, the shard 1, 2, 3, but even the shard 0 is not capable of, and the other shard is not catching up as well. So I had to hire another server to make up for until this one get solved, and until now it's not working properly. So basically, I have 3 servers, but only 2 are working very well. So until September next year, I'm still paying more than I needed to. But it's fine, it's fine. As I told, I'm here to help in Harmony, I'm not doing it for having any profit. If it could pay my expenses, of course, it would be nice, but I'm not doing it for money.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you for the insight. How do you pick your validator name? Interesting. interesting question.
Yeah, I just had a friend that we just started to build a project, here in Brazil. And then it was the name that we had choose for a project, Crypt0Tech. But it didn't went further. So I just thought about that name that we already was going to use and spoke to him and said, no, it's fine. I'm not going to use that name for anything. You can go ahead and get that. So that's why it's no, Crypt0Tech is related to crypto and technology. So that's what we are doing. So what's about that?
Yeah, interesting use of words. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, because some guys
Eh,
are try to get something related to their country or to their passion. Mine was not like that. Just I would run a business with my friend, but didn't went forward. So but I decided to keep the name.
yeah, awesome. Do you promote your validator any different now than when you started Get Delegate?
Yeah. In fact, yeah, because at first, since it's very, very rough to get validators at the beginning, you should, at least at that time, you should highlight the fee, 0% fee, so it will attract any validates or any delegates to that. But now that I'm not allowed anymore to have 0% fee, so I just trying to do some rewards, give some rewards back to my validators, my delegators, doing some raffles. I just started now by this epoch in 1892 to do a monthly raffle among all my delegators. So I'm going to choose a random epoch, going to choose a random delegator at that epoch and see if he's still on delegator on the last epoch of each month. So one look delegator will have some percentage of my rewards as well. So the World Commission, he will get the World Monthly Commission. He will get some percentage going to one look delegator. So I think it's one thing that you could do to support my delegates as well, giving something back to them. So I try to do some events. I crafted some NFTs as well. So I was doing some random giveaways with the NFTs that were on the display on DaVinci. We have the main market for that now. And now it's different to promote the validator from the beginning, of course. Focus more on doing something to give back to our already established delegators, since we already have some.
Wow, thank you. It's an interesting way to give something back. And
Try to.
one last question. Yeah. One last question I will have for you right now. Do you use any Telegram bots to track your nodes, like, for example, vStats, SmartStake, anyone?
Yeah, in fact, I use both of those bots. There's a Smart Stake bot and the VStat as well, which were awesome. The both bots help a lot. Each you can earn a lot of time instead of going on your node, accessing it via SSH, checking there. So by you some time on the day you need to do that, just checking if everything's fine. But they just warn you about if you missed signs, if when you get delegations or on delegation as well. So Those bots are awesome. Good job for if Fortune. No, had did the V stats and Smart Stick that did the order. Awesome, awesome stuff. It helps a lot. I use both. If there's a third bot, I'm going to use it as well.
Yeah, I know that. Thank you, Andre. And well, that's all the questions we have right now. Do you want to any closing remarks that you want to share with us?
Yeah, just to remind, if it's possible, that the community that is seeing this, that you try to spread your stake with the small validators to support the Hammerforce guys on Telegram, Heritage, and Orion as well on the Discord. If possible, if you guys could put, I can just give you the handle for the each link for each group. If you could put in the description of this video as well, if possible, of course, because those guys, what they're doing for the network is something awesome. They are just supporting the starting validators, and until they get elected, Orion is doing an awesome job also at the Discord. So if you guys that willing to stake but don't want to take part in those groups, just think about the network, because we need decentralization right now. It's not for today or for tomorrow, it's for yesterday. We already need. So it's all what we can do to help the network. If you don't want to be a validator, is to spread your stake, not concentrate it with the big guys. Not that they don't need it, because the network need the stake to be spread. You know, if the big guys have a lot of stake, okay, good for them. But the network won't be sustainable if the centralization things happen like we are seeing now. So my last words will be like that. Spread your stake with smaller validators, unelected validators, if possible. Awesome, it would be better. Better.
Yeah, I'm with you in that. Thank you for your words, Andre. Let's hope to the people to help the centralization, and that's all for us today. We presented Andre from Crypt0Tech for the elected validator series, Hound 1 and Peace and Love Harmony. That was all for today. Stay tuned and thank you. Bye bye.